Alright, what's up guys, and you guys another gameplay, and this is a Ignition gameplay, which is the Modern Warfare 2 Scrapyard remake, and obviously I'm using the new gun, the Maverick, of course, yet again, and I died like 12 times before I actually got on the streak, and I got a lot of kills. I ended up finishing 76 and 12. I ended up getting all those, a lot of kills before. I think I don't know, it might have been like 50 something by the time I got on the streak. But anywho, we get on the streak here, and obviously, I mean, I know a little bit about the map already. This is obviously, like I said, from Modern Warfare 2, and that was when I started playing. Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2. My older brother got me into the game, and I just sort of took it off from there. I wasn't really good in the beginning at all. I could say I wasn't even an average player. I've always had above a 1.0 in a Call of Duty game, or in Call of Duty, but I wasn't that good at all. I had like a 1.12 or something, and then I ended up taking it up to a 1.2 by the time it was over. And so I mean, I'm not even afraid to admit that I actually, me and my older brother Aaron, which is he's the one that got me into this stuff. Me and him actually did the 10th prestige glitch, or had someone do it for us. So, but I got up to about the 7th prestige and said I don't want to do this shit anymore. And then me and him ended up having a guy we know do it for us. So I'm not a legit 10th prestige on Modern Warfare 2, sadly. Fortunately, every other Call of Duty I've played, which is Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and then now in this one, I have done everything legitimate. I've even reset my stats 100 times. We know that from last year's Black Ops 2. That was one regret I had from Modern Warfare 2, was not going all the way. When you work so hard, I guess, to get up to 7th prestige, and you decide you don't want to do it anymore. And I think the game was nearly over at that point. I was so bad that by the time the next game was ready to come out, I was at 7th prestige, or almost at there. And so I just decided to say screw it and had somebody do it for us. But I think either way, if I would have went to 10th prestige, I think I'd have probably had somebody get the titles and all that shit for me anyway, because I mean, everybody had them. I mean, Modern Warfare 2 is really a disappointment as far as security, and all that. The game was so hackable and moddable, it was ridiculous. And I knew a guy who had any hack you wanted to do. The guy that did our 10th prestige, he had anything you wanted to do, and the game was so hackable and so moddable, it was ridiculous. And there's a lot of people say that they don't like the tubes, but a one-man army to me was a pretty good idea, if the tubes weren't a factor. I think one-man army would be a really good perk to use, even now, because I mean, you need ammo. You wouldn't have to really use scavenger. You just go to one-man army, and change to any kill streak, setup or anything you wanted. And I think one-man army would be pretty cool to use, especially in today's Call of Duty. I mean, there's so many options. But one more thing before the game ends. I think I go on a little bit more of a streak after the K.E.M goes off. By the way, this was a little bit after I got the fog K.E.M yesterday's video. This is like a few games after that. So I mean, I was on a roll. I got like 2 this day. I think this is number 28 overall. Like I said, I still got a bunch more that I haven't commentated over and all that. But one last thing before the video goes to an end. We're coming up real close. On February 1st, I'm going to put up, I think, the 5th Rage Taj. I'm pretty sure it's number 5. This one's going to be like 4 or 5 minutes long. I decided to cut it short, and I decided because I've been talking to CBS King about some tips that he had from me, and Rage Tages and stuff like that. He said that I should shorten the video, which is not a bad idea. I could just shorten them and take all the clips I get and put them into 2 different videos, which is a good idea. And then add sound effects or music behind it, funny music, and I think I accomplished that. I've got 3 different tracks on there that I got off my full screen audio app thing, that you get for being a partner with full screen, and I think it's gonna be hilarious. Like I said, it's gonna come out Saturday, which is the 1st of February. Obviously Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, so I won't be putting up any videos on that day just for that, so I'll be watching the Super Bowl. But yeah, just be looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be hilarious. But appreciate you watching, and peace out, guys.